In this premium episode, I interview retired 4-star General Stan McChrystal. Hello and welcome back to the Project Management Podcast at pm-podcast.com. This is the preview for our premium episode number 523, and I'm Cornelius Fichtner. Thank you for stopping by. This episode is once again a special treat for our premium subscribers. It's another interview from the Prepcast Leadership Academy series. These 15 in-depth conversations are designed to help you elevate your leadership abilities and advance your career in project management. And on top of that, you'll get PDUs for them. This month, I'm interviewing retired General Stan McChrystal, a 4-star general and former commander of U.S. forces in Afghanistan. He is now a leadership strategist and founder of the McChrystal Group, helping organizations navigate complex challenges with adaptive leadership. In this insightful conversation, Stan shares leadership lessons from both the battlefield and the boardroom, emphasizing how project managers can apply strategic decision-making, risk management, and communication techniques to lead more effectively. We discuss his risk immune system framework, the critical role of communication in mitigating uncertainty, and how leaders can build resilient, high-performing teams. You'll gain practical strategies to influence without authority, foster alignment in complex environments, and prepare your organization to handle the unexpected with confidence. Here's how to watch the interview. Premium subscribers, please open the premium episode number 523 in your podcast app to listen to the audio version of the interview. To watch the interview as a video, look for the play video episode link in the episode's description. It's usually near the top of the text. But if you are not yet a premium listener, then please visit pm-podcast.com/premium to learn more and consider joining. And now, here is our 5-minute preview of the interview for everyone. Enjoy, and until next time, welcome, General McChrystal. Hello.
Well, Cornelius, thanks for having me. The reality is the threats that come up are just too different, and in many cases, too impossible to predict with real clarity so that you can build a Maginot line to stop that risk from coming in. If the threat is high, but I'm in a tank, so I'm invulnerable, risk is zero because anything times zero is zero. If you're not communicating across an organization, we all know it's very difficult to know what's happening and to do anything about it. If you have a gap between what you say the organization is and believes in and what they actually do, then you have this range of cynicism that arises in what we call the say-do gap. It's sometimes hard to get leaders and organizations to focus before a crisis. But think about a crisis that arises, whether it's a hurricane or whether it's COVID-19. Then we suddenly take notice of many things, get left of the boom. Get before the explosive goes off and address why that's going to happen. I urge organizations to look at the health of their risk immune system before a crisis. If the different organizations don't have a common interest in the outcome, you really got a big problem. If they're not actually working toward the same end state, even if people are good people, at the end of the day, organizational equities will pull you in different directions. Every decision that we make, if it's not in the context of the overall mission of the organization, may seem good, may feel right, may meet our near-term goals. But if it undercuts or does not support the larger mission of the organization, then in fact, it can be worse than no decision at all. When you get the order, if it doesn't fit the conditions on the ground, don't execute that order. Execute the order we should have given you. Initiative is important because it brings more out in people. It allows the organization to move fast. But you have got to support that by empowering people with information. Communication isn't just conversations now. There are times you can send a video, you can give people real-time, full-motion video of something you're doing, a project. All you're trying to do is make sure that they are informed, because the idea of communication is to make sure other people know something and understand it that you want them to know. We've all got cell phones, we've got computers, we've got all different ways to communicate, and yet we struggle mightily to actually communicate.
Communication is the most important tool that we have in our arsenal, and picking up the phone and talking it into the right side is just the beginning. After that, it gets really, really hard. As a leader, as a project manager, we really have to master communication in our organizations, because without that, we can't lead, we can't succeed.
We fixate on the part we touch and is important to us, and we act appropriately. And so this risk alignment helps us widen our perspective all the time. Red teaming at its most basic is pressure testing a plan to find the holes in it, to find the weaknesses. You've got to give red teaming the respect it deserves, the focus, the resources, and you've got to act on it. How many times have we failed at something and then afterwards somebody says, yeah, I sort of knew that was a problem, but they were 3 rows back in the room and 4 levels down in the chain. Tell me where this is going to fail. What you want to do is create an environment where people not only feel empowered to raise those concerns, but responsible to do so. We need to create things. They don't have to be crises, but they have to be moments of shared challenge that people can work together, because I think that's the only way you really get to that intangible sense of team. Mm-hmm. The difference is the self-discipline to actually do it, to treat people the way we know they should be treated, to do other things that support the organization. And most of us fall down there. Most of us, there's a gap between what we know we should do and what we do. Veterans have a big advantage from the standpoint of they have been typically schooled in leadership. They've been led by people who've been schooled. They've had the opportunity to practice it, and then they become followers. They've been followers as well. So I've seen it from all around. I would say first and foremost, remember what you learned in the military. You know, there's an outsider civilian opinion sometimes that the military is like little robots and the leader just has to tell them turn left, turn right, and they do that. We know that's not true, particularly on the battlefield. They follow people they trust if they think that the order makes sense. You need to be able to empathize with how they see the world, where they're from, what their background is, what their family structure is, what's going to motivate them to do what you ask them to do, because their background is often very different than yours. Everybody's perspective deserves to be considered. So I'm not going to talk louder or pound the table to get people to suddenly understand that I'm right. Things don't happen simply because you want them to happen. They happen because you prepare them to happen. That is true of you as a leader.
Thank you, everybody. Until next time.